I want to talk to you about host merchant services credit card processing. And this is a great credit card processing provider. And we want to really go in depth to really know whether it's worth it or not. So here's a synopsis I want you to pay attention to. When you think about host merchant services, I want you to think about a merchant services provider that works with some high risk businesses as well as non-high risk businesses. So you have the duality here, high risk versus non-high risk. And it's really specializes in providing payment processing, but it really also helps businesses get set up with point of sale systems and business tools like websites and loyalty programs. So when you think about the host merchant services, I want you to think about a business model that's kind of diversified. Okay. And the cool thing is that if you own high risk businesses, for example, one that processes foreign currency or is in an industry with traditionally high chargeback or fraud rates, it can be challenging to find a merchant services provider that will do business with you. And so Host Merchant Services works with high risk industries, and they offer many services like payment processing, P.O.S. systems, and even business cash advances. And this is kind of cool. And one thing I want to say here is that some of the high risk businesses Host Merchant Services works with include debt collection and recovery, e-cigarettes and vape shops. You have airlines, timeshares, gambling and casinos, real estates, and more. Okay. But as I said earlier, if you are in a non-high risk industry, you are still good anyway. And we also love the fact that they work with auto, retail, restaurant, hospitality, and more. And the cool thing is that they offer full service merchant accounts. They accept low risk and high risk industries, and they have month to month billing with no early termination fees. So the fact that there are no ETFs, early termination fees, are kind of cool. And Host Merchant Services is not really sort of bugging you down into a long-term contract. Okay. And so basically you can say, you know what, I just want to get out of this contract. You are good to go. So you pay every single month. It's basically on a month-to-month basis. Okay. This is really cool. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. Let's talk about the pros and cons of host merchant services. So when you think about, I want to first start with the positive here. So the pros, you have tailored business solutions. There is no commitment and customer service is fantastic. You have transparent interchange plus pricing. You have no setup or application fees, no monthly minimums, great customer support, and good website and advertising. So this is really good. The fact that you have tailored business solutions is a great plus. So Host Merchant Services will work with you to help create a custom fit solution for your business that includes an affordable point of sale system, possible free equipment for your business, low rates, and more. It works with you to find the right solution for your business and the right POS as well. And so one of the biggies that we love here is the fact that you have no commitment. Okay. You don't need to worry about being locked into a contract with Host Merchant Services. It offers services without requiring a commitment, which is not always the case for companies that cater to high-risk businesses. And with Host Merchant Services, you also don't have to pay a PCI compliance fee or even a closure fee. So this is kind of cool. And so overall, fantastic. What about the cons here? First of all, you have pricing. Then you have a high-risk solution. So the processing cost for Host Merchant Services could be expensive for smaller businesses. The fact that not all of the prices for its services are listed on the website can be a drawback too, in our view. You do have to contact the company directly for a complete quote, and without transparent pricing, you don't know if your quote is higher than quotes for comparable services. And so basically you're still talking about a high risk solution. Okay. If you are a regular business owner and not in one of the high risk industries or businesses that I just listed earlier, you don't need to go with a specialized company like a Host Merchant Services. While its specialization in high risk is great for high risk businesses, it's not necessarily great for your non-high risk business. Okay, so it's one of those things where you have to think twice before you go with the Host Merchant Services if you're not in one of the high risk industries. So it can be also expensive for low value merchants. And so Host Merchant Services has specialized in the last few years on US based businesses only. So if you're incorporated overseas, you might be better off working with another vendor. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about host merchant services. So this is a review of their credit card processing offer. Let's talk about the features here. So when we talk about host merchant services, what are the features you need to really pay attention to? So you have a website, you have payment processing, you have high risk, you have gift cards and loyalty cards, you have business financing. I was speaking to you earlier about business cash advances. So this is really great to really see. So when we talk about the website, the free websites let you choose and customize a design, add in text and photos. The user-friendly online portal makes it possible for those with no tech experience to create a professional site, while those with more knowledge can add HTML, JavaScript, and or CSS to implement more advanced design elements. So if you like, you can actually add premium features down the road or as your business grows. You have payment processing, which is actually the core of today's conversation. So Host actually offers payment processing for multiple business types, including food service, retail, nonprofits, health and fitness, and online businesses. The company has different solutions to fit the specific needs of your business. This is really cool. We love that sort of bespoke offer. And retailers can offer loyalty programs, while health clubs can set up recurring billing for memberships, and nonprofits can benefit from lower pricing. And you can take all major credit cards, all major debit cards, as well as EBT cards issued by the government. So this is kind of cool. And online payment processing through an e-commerce website can be set up using your preferred combination of gateway and shopping carts. So this is kind of cool. So the cool thing is that host merchant services support multiple options. And or if you prefer to take cards by phone or mail, you can use the host virtual terminal. So basically, a virtual terminal lets you turn your computer into a secure payment processing option, letting you enter card information into a web form. So this is kind of cool. So basically, so what about gift cards and loyalty cards? So encouraging repeat business is kind of key, right? And gift and loyalty cards can help you achieve your goals. So Host Merchant Services offers a turnkey solutions for gift cards, loyalty cards, or a combination program. So the company doesn't offer much information about cost of the programs, but whether cards are reloadable, but you are going to have to contact Host Merchant Services for more info. I want to talk to you about pricing. So when we analyze the Host Merchant Services pricing, what do we see first? Well, the company offers interchange plus pricing to all clients. It is really important to emphasize all clients with guaranteed rates for the life of your merchant accounts. And the Host Merchant Services pricing page offers extensive disclosures of both processing rates and account fees. Okay, and so it's one of those things where you have to really understand what really adapts to your situation. While the published rates are for businesses processing over $10,000 per month, there are no monthly minimums with Host Merchant Services. So they will do is they will customize a rate package for lower volume accounts. So you can expect around a 0.5 to 0.55% plus 10 cents as a starting point for volumes under $10,000. And the published rates for over $10,000 are a baseline. And higher volume businesses will certainly have the flexibility to negotiate the perfect credit card processing deal, right? Everything is possible. Every option is on the table, really. So when we talk about processing rates, for instance, for retail, you have interchange plus 0.25% plus 10 cents per transaction. For a restaurant, you have interchange plus 0.20% plus 9 cents per transaction. And e-commerce, you have interchange plus 35%, 0.35% plus 10 cents per transaction. And what about account fees here? You have application and setup fees. So there's no fee here. You have 1099 reporting fee. That's $24 per year. You have an account fee. So that's $14.99 per month. You have a gateway fee of $5 per month. You also have voice authorization, $0.75 per month. You have batch processing fee. You have, that's about 20 cents per batch. You have PCI compliance fee none. PCI non-compliance fee none. Chargebacks $15 per incident. Retrievals $20. PIN debit EBT fee. There's no fee here. And so overall, you have a player that's really encouraging you to use the program more often. There is a cash discounting program, so $20 per month, under $5K per month, or nothing if you have a 5,000 per month or higher. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about host merchant services. This is a host merchant services credit card processing review. Let's talk about the extras here. So when you think about host merchant services, let's talk first about the sales and advertising transparency. We love the fact that host merchant services is one of the relatively few merchant services providers that actually publish processing rates on their website. So we love that a lot. So they disclose just about everything on their website, except for the cost of a few hardware devices. So while the site's layout is not the most intuitive we have actually seen in our research, it really offers an impressive amount of information to help you make a decision about whether the company will be a good choice for your business. And it doesn't matter whether your business is in a high risk industry or in a low risk industry. So it's one of those things where you have to really do some kind of research. And we love the fact that there is no early termination fee. So there are no long-term contracts or early termination fees with host merchant services. Your merchant agreements includes an attached waiver of any cancellation fees. So keep your eyes peeled for this. And it's one of those things where you have to be a little careful. And if you have any question, it's just better to contact the company's customer service. Okay. And so they offer 24/7 telephone support to all of their merchants. There's also a live chat feature that's available during regular business hours. So after hours, you may be passed to a TSYS tech support or another third-party company associated with your account. But host merchant services reviews and personally follow-ups on all of this conversation. So you are sure that the next day, somebody from host merchant services will actually contact you and have a conversation with you. So this is really good. And we also love the fact that they also advertise local on-site troubleshooting for malfunctioning terminals, which is really great. And that service can happen within a 150-mile radius from their offices in Newark, the Delaware one, and Naples. Okay, so basically, long story short, you have a lot of capabilities here about host merchant services, especially if you are looking for solutions to problems in your credit card processing. What about equipment? Let's quickly talk about the equipment. So when you actually go with host merchant services, what are the equipment you need to really think about? First of all, host merchant services offers a free Verifone VX510 terminal, but it's important to know that it's not an EMV chip card compliant terminal. Additional models like a chip capable of VX520 are available for a purchase. If that's not what you want to use, you can also get wireless terminals or use your tablets or smartphone with the HMS Pay app. Okay. The company also offers a full point of sale systems for businesses that need something more comprehensive than countertop terminals. And features of the systems vary, but can include integrated credit card processing, inventory management, inventory reporting, and analytics, and more. The company they will list 3 P.O.S. packages: the starter, the Touch starter, and the Plus, as well as a custom package option, but they do not provide details on what's included or the costs of those packages. And however, the company does have a hardware section on its website where it lists available choices. So currently you can actually choose between tablets, 8 inches or 11-inch models that are available, or you can choose touchscreen monitors. So we have available in 15 inches or 17 inches model, 7-inch model. And one thing I want to say here is that when we talk about host merchant services, I want you to think about their reviews are overall positive. Okay, so whether you go on Yelp or Ripoff Report or Google reviews, the reviews are basically really positive. People have complained about pricing, but again, this is not a complaint that is unique to host merchant services. Customers are really adamant at making sure they're getting the right service. And sometimes people will complain about that. But overall, what we love about host merchant services is that they're relatively fast when it comes to their customer service. So if you ask the questions, or if you have a concern, or if you have anything regarding your account, you will have somebody getting back to you within 24 hours and help you solve the little problem that you have. So overall, fantastic player. So what is our verdict here? So is host merchant services worth it? Our answer is definitely yes. Yes, definitely yes. HMS is definitely worth it. When you think about the pricing, when you think about the features, when you think about what kind of integrations they have with third-party apps, this player is definitely worth it. So besides referrals from happy customers, host merchant services gains most of its clients by reaching out directly to local brick and mortar companies, or by tapping into its network of web-based business connections. Okay, and so they are able to choose those sales by customizing a suite of products and services for each client, and by explaining their inherently fair system of interchange plus pricing. Now, the company actually evaluates client loyalty with attentive customer service and secondary partnerships. So they also they do a great job in terms of maintaining the relationship. So one thing I want to say here is that if you listen to me right now and you are tempted to go with host merchant services, I would say please go ahead and do it, because the company is really worth it. If you think about their offer and their service, you have a really big player here. Now, there are some alternatives. Okay. So before making your final decision, it's important to determine whether your business is actually considered high risk and whether you truly need a high risk merchant services provider. If you don't need a high risk provider, there are other providers to explore. If you do run a high risk business, however, and you can think about a few other players. For example, you have Durango Merchant Services. Okay, so this is another high risk player. You also have Payment Cloud. So if we talk about Payment Cloud offers high-risk businesses a little more customization than some other solutions. With Payment Cloud, you have the option to integrate a third-party payment processor with its system, as well as your online shopping cart, and Payment Cloud will handle the deployment process. So this is really what it is. What about Durango? So Durango is actually based in Durango, Colorado, and Durango Merchant Services has been in business for more than 15 years. It has an A+ rating with Triple B, the Better Business Bureau, and only one complaint listed alongside other 5-star reviews, 5 to 10-star reviews. You also have SOAR Payments. So for high-risk businesses in digital streaming, document preparation, fantasy sport industries, and more, consider SOAR Payments. It offers actually instant price quoting on its websites, and all the paperwork is available online too. It also claims to offer industry minimum pricing, although you will still have to contact the company directly for the specifics. So this is kind of cool, and it's one of those things where you have to again see what's the ROI. If you were to switch to a regular player, what's the ROI? Thank you so much for your attention. Really appreciate it. Let me quickly do a recap here. In today's conversation, I was giving you a host merchant services credit card processing review. So let's quickly do let's quickly do a recap here. So we have a synopsis, the pros and cons, the features, the pricing, the extras, and the verdict. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.